creek's a little low. But there's quite a few bugs on the water. Like, I don't know. I don't think drakes come up this river or creek, but it's pretty buggy. Probably some sulfurs. But I got like a small, or more of a larger like Hendrickson on right now that I've been tying. If you missed that live stream, you can check the channel. Tons of patterns this past week, from Hendricksons to sulfurs and green drakes as well. So we got tons of flies to select from right now, and I'm doing a dry dropper with a brownish orange stonefly nymph and a large Hendrickson dry dropper rig. So right now I'm just kind of walking down. There's no access road to walk along the bank, unfortunately, so I got to kind of walk the creek here, which I'm not a fan of, just because I could spook a lot of fish this way, but I'm trying to stick to the edge. And just keeping an eye out. The average depth I've seen so far has been about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, which is pretty shallow, but it's actually kind of high for this creek, and I'm kind of hoping to get into some fish. I'm going to start here where this creek runs into another larger creek. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, but yeah, I'm on vacation. I usually live in New York, but I'm on vacation right now, fishing in Pennsylvania. I hit a pretty epic green drake hatch last night. That was fun. They were swarming everywhere. I'm gonna try to not walk through this hole, see if I can do this without getting caught on anything. But yeah, the green drakes were swarming the creek that I was on last night, and it was pretty epic. Just fish everywhere. Thanks for the sub, Ron. Really appreciate it. But yeah, should be a good time here fishing today. Once I get down here, I'll start my walk back up, and then I'll start fishing from there. So we're fishing a large Hendrickson dry fly with a brown stonefly nymph dropper. No, I haven't caught any yet. I just got here, and bro, the dono already. Really appreciate you. That's awesome, man. I hope you guys are having a good day. But no, I just got here. I'm gonna try my luck and fish some here. I'm looking for trout, mostly wild, but there are a few stockies in here. The rainbows are stocked, but the brown and brookies are all wild fish. So yeah, it should be pretty fun. Good time here. I'm hoping to catch some on stream for you guys. That'd be so much fun. It's always hard to catch fish on stream unless like I know I'm in like a honey hole, like where I'm gonna catch fish. I haven't fished this in probably 10 years, and I actually never fished this stretch before. I know there's fish in here, but I wouldn't say that it's exactly a honey hole. Hey Creed, what's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. And if you guys have any questions, I'm checking the chat here. My rig is actually kind of nice. I got a new tripod that kind of folds up, and it fits right in my chest pack for my Orvis chest pack. It fits nicely in there, and I'm hoping to not catch that honeysuckle, but that didn't happen. But yeah, it's a nice setup. I can see the chat here and do everything I need to do. I hooked into this honeysuckle here with my nymph, but it's alright. It happens. I'm not going to lose a fly. We'll move on spots from here since I just spooked this one, most likely. But it's a beautiful day out here in Pennsylvania. It's about 65 right now, which is just a great temperature for the summer here. And I am in central Pennsylvania right now, but yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to do some good fishing here. Dry dropper rig. I'm just watching my dry fly on top and using it as an indicator. So if a fish goes for my nymph, it's going to pull the dry fly underwater, and I'll kind of use it like as a bobber. But if it can also go for the indicator itself and hook itself that way, in which I'll see it take a surface hit. So first like burrito, there you go. Yeah, liking the stream, it helps bring in new people, and we're just here vibing, man. We're just having fun, just fly fishing here, central Pennsylvania. Beautiful day out. Ain't got no work today, so I'm gonna be out here fishing all day. Don't know how long I'll stream for. It probably depends on how long my phone's battery can handle, to be honest. The streaming does a lot for taking my battery away, unfortunately. But we're just gonna hit all these pockets as we go up. It's not that deep here, but average depth 1.5 to 2 feet. So my dropper rig is it's at about 18 inches right now, maybe 15. Just because I don't need it to be super deep and long. But it'll be good. And I'm not gonna stumble through this tree this time. I've already kind of fished this hole, so I'm gonna walk around it. Oh, there just went like 4 fish. They kind of look like suckers, but still. I just spooked a couple fish. I mean, that's a good sign. I also seen a snake already in the water here with me. Swam right next to me. That was kind of cool. But we're gonna hit like all these rocks because the fish are taking shelter underneath these rocks. So we're gonna try to hit this. Yeah, dude, it's great. I love having the time to do all the fishing that I do. I fish a lot. Usually in New York, where I'm from, but I'm visiting my folks in Pennsylvania right now, so we're here going to take advantage of these beautiful spring-fed Pennsylvania creeks. This rock here is pretty big. Looks pretty promising. Just going to give a few false casts. My dry fly is sinking a little bit, and this will dry it out and let it float a little more. Just like that. We'll see if we can trigger a strike behind this rock. Gotta work both sides of the rock too. Oh, nice. You're into baseball. My best friend still does baseball a lot, and he actually can't fish right now because he's doing baseball with me because I called him up, but he said no. Had to go to baseball later. But it's all good. Sports are great. I'm into hockey. Still do hockey. Just fun. But I played baseball as a kid. Snagged a little bit of a tree behind me here. Just gotta watch out I don't lose too many flies today. Not that it'll matter. I have like probably 100 with me, different flies, so we'll be all right. I'm gonna cross here then too. I mean, I just play like beer leagues and stuff. I wouldn't say I'm any good, but it's fun and I just like to have fun. I actually never played hockey as a kid because I didn't really have it in rural Pennsylvania, but now that I'm in New York, it's super popular and I picked it up quick, and now I love it. So yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna cross now because the bend of the river is kind of going this way. So caught on something behind me. My nymph is caught again. This time in the creek. All right, what are we caught on here? Big stick, maybe? There we go. We're good now. How's the audio on this? I'm not sure. There's like a big highway nearby, and I wasn't sure if you guys can hear the highway or not, or if YouTube does a good job at mixing that out. That'd be nice. I just don't know. Good, audio's good. Sweet. Love that. What a relaxing day. Freaking love it. No hits yet, which is fine. I could go all day without catching a fish and still be happy. No doubt. You can't hear the highway? Great. I am coming up a little closer to it now, so it might get a little worse here for a minute, but I'll just push past it pretty quickly. I usually don't like fishing under highways anyway, just because they're super noisy, and I don't know that the fish like that. Maybe they do. I have no evidence to support that theory, but it's just easy to pass. Okay, I can't tell if you guys can see or not, but my nymph is stuck on the far side of that rock, so I'm just gonna like roll cast past it a little bit and try to take the fly that way and see if I can get it unstuck that way. Yep, popped right out. It's a pretty easy method to get stuck if you're not stuck that much. I'll say that. Just a little bit is fine. Got a little glare there. It's hard to see my fly. So hit that rock a couple times, and I'm gonna keep walking. See you later, Burrito. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate the like and all the comments. Swing by anytime you like. You're always welcome here. Have a good day. How many of y'all are sitting at work right now, just on your computer, chilling? You guys on a lunch break yet? It's 11:30 here on the East Coast, so people might be hitting their lunch. Just enjoying a nice, relaxing fly fishing morning and afternoon here. Having some fun. Walking this small creek. Right now it's ankle deep. So I'm not going to spend too much time on these, but I am going to hit the deeper around the rocks it gets a little deeper just from the flow of water. I'm going to hit behind them and in those pockets and see if I can get any takers of these wild trout. And there's probably even some native brook trout in here. They haven't stocked brook trout and I don't even know how long. So there's probably some native fish in here. So now the bend's kind of coming on the left side of the river as I'm walking up, or creek. So I'm going to push to the far side on the right now. And just going to, since it's a pretty shallow creek, I like to move on the far side opposite of the bends. So, because the deeper water is typically in the bends, and this the creek is so small that the deeper water really is only like 1.5 feet. Or maybe 2 to 3 feet tops. So I do want to utilize that to my advantage. And you'll also see here there's a little branch in the water here which provides good cover for little trout from avian predators. So I'm going to try to hit this without getting stuck. I'm going to try to jump over top of it and reach over top. Use your rod to reach and see if I can get any hits. No, that was a pretty good drift right there, and I didn't get nothing, so I'm gonna just keep moving on. I'm gonna cover a lot of water here today, and yeah, so hoping to get some fish. They'll be small, I'm sure, but small fish are still fun to catch, especially on flies that you tie yourself on live streams and on YouTube. Anything that you can do to catch a fish on something that you make is super fun. That goes for anyone. So we're gonna try to catch some trout on these flies that I tied. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. I'm gonna do this drift a couple more times. Whatever hit the nymph, and I got probably like a size 16 stonefly nymph on right now with a bead head. So it's one of my go-tos. If I don't get anything soon with it, because I lifted some rocks earlier, and maybe I'll show you guys here in a second. Lifted some rocks to kind of see what the vegetation and insect life looked like earlier. And the 2 rocks that I sampled both had fairly large mayflies on them. So I matched the size with my size 16, and I tried to match the color, but the color doesn't matter as much as the size does. If you guys don't have the right color for something, still fish it if it's the right size. Size is the most important factor, size and shape. And that's with selection. I mean, presentation is the most important factor in my opinion, but you can present a fly anyway. So I'm going to drift under this overhang here a couple times. See if I can, yeah, I got stuck on it. So can I see if I can drift it without getting stuck on the tree here? The branch is submerged in the water closer to me. There's a good one. Because trout will hide under this because like the fish cranes and stuff won't be able to get them here. And other birds of prey. But nothing there, gonna keep moving up. I do like to work from downstream upstream because the fish are facing up, and if I'm behind them a little bit and casting at a 45-degree angle above them, they won't see me first, they'll see my fly first, which is what I want. Just goes along with that whole presentation piece, how important that is. So we're gonna keep moving here. I do apologize, I'm walking under the highway now, not the hallway. I'm walking under the highway and it can be a little noisy. So I'm trying to just move through here pretty quick without spooking any fish. But we'll see. And it takes behind that big rock in that pocket. This pocket here is about ankle deep, so I'm not going to worry about it. I might go back to that spot where I first started, where I spooked those fish, because they might settle down by the time I'm done. This is pretty shallow still, but I'm gonna hit it, give it a few drifts. My dry fly's a little wet, so I'm gonna dry it out quick with some false casts. There, it's floating like a champ. Oh. I don't know if that was bottom or if that was a fish, but it could have. No, I think it's bottom. So now I'm stuck on bottom. All right, we'll burn this spot by walking up to it a little bit. Yeah, I keep getting stuck on bottom. It's pretty shallow here under the bridge. But there are some deeper spots around these rocks that I'm trying to hit. And now I'm in an eddy, like a little swirl. So sometimes trout will hang out in there because it's easy food. Just kind of like swirls the insects to them and makes it super easy for them to eat. But I'm trying to give as much of a natural drift as I can. I have some weird fuzz on my line here. Hey, Hooked Fishing Adventures. Appreciate you stopping by, man. What's up? Doing any good fishing lately? Hopefully, you're having a good time. Here's a little series of run of 2 rocks that I'm gonna try to hit. I lost my dry fly there, so give it a recast. I'm using my dry fly as an indicator, so if I lose sight of it, it's not very helpful to me. And we got a little rat's nest, yeah. First one on the stream. Good to go. Yes, sir. What are you fishing for, man? What's in right now in your area? I mean, it's late spring, early summer. Like, I know a lot of people can just fish anything at this time, except for my fall species. But it's pretty good fishing right now. Well, pretty much at anywhere you go. Oh, Yosemite. Nice, dude. Never been. Like, that's one of those destination fly fishing places that, like, you just gotta get to. But I've never been there. Well, good luck, man. That sounds awesome. Make sure you get some good pics and stuff, man. Memory of a lifetime. Unless you, like, go there all the time, of course, but still. Yeah, trout fishing. Yeah, there's what, cutties out there too. Never caught a cutthroat. Never been in any water that was fishable for cutthroat. So, yeah, more of a East Coast fly fisherman. But you know, my job takes me all around the world, so I will definitely love to do that someday if I ever get a chance to go out west there. You have to give me some tips. Although I'm pretty sure fly fishing is fly fishing no matter where you go. Yeah, the green drakes are hatching here right now in Pennsylvania. I hit a hatch last night. They were just swarming everywhere. It was great. So much fun. Just trout everywhere, rising 2 feet away from you and just gobbling up. Green drakes and sulfurs are still hatching as well. Just getting absolutely blasted with fish or with bugs while I'm fishing there, which is always a fun time. Had some buddies with me. My dad came with me. We had a good time. So much fun. I think the largest fish caught was 14 inches, but that's fine. It's just a fun thing to do. So, but no luck here yet. So far, we're still pushing around. Oh man, there's another car here. There was one here when I got here, which kind of shocked me. But maybe they're not fishing. Maybe they're just going out for a hike or something. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, this creek's big enough. We can all share. It's just usually I don't see anyone on this creek. I'm gonna go this way so I can hit this little riffle on my right without spooking any fish. Looks like a pretty good hole. With this man-made structure log here next to it. So, but for anyone else in the chat, we're just chilling, having fun, having a good time. I just seen a brown trout swim up, probably 8 or 9 inches. But only had one hit so far. Looking to get some more. I want to find out what they're eating because, oh shit, that was close. Almost caught the tree behind me. I gotta be more careful. So right now I'm using a dry dropper rig with a large Hendrickson dry fly on top and a brown stonefly nymph as the dropper. I picked up some rocks. I sampled 2 rocks and both had stoneflies on them, and Hendricksons are in on certain places. I don't know if they hatch on this creek or not, but we're gonna give it a shot and try anyway. Just because I know in the area they do, and I just don't know the hatches on this creek as well as some of the other places I fish. But we're gonna give it a shot with this combo. I love using the dry dropper rig. It's just easy. I usually do a lot of tight line nymphing, but since it is spring, I'll run a dry dropper most of the spring and summer. And then in the fall and winter, I'll run double nymphs and just tight line everything. But since I did see that brown trout swimming up into here, I'm going to hit this hole a little longer than some of the other ones that I've hit so far. It's real shallow here. It's only 1 to 2 feet deep, but it doesn't mean there's not fish in here. Yeah, it is such a good rig. Right, I'm gonna check my flies because I do that every once in a while. Just make sure I don't have any knots or anything in them. But kind of show you guys. Here's my Hendrickson, and here is my stonefly nymph. So I tie these all myself. I've never bought a fly in my life. Which was a pretty big learning curve at first, because since I never bought any, my first couple flies were pretty ugly, but they still caught fish. So don't give up on yourself if you're just new to fly tying. Ugly flies can still very easily catch fish. So just stay with it, stick with it, you'll get better. Alright, I felt a little tug there, so I'm going to check and make sure I didn't get any. Yep, I got some gunk on my stonefly, so gotta clean that off. My fly fishing instructor years ago, probably 10 years ago, one of his sayings was, trout are not vegetarians. They don't want that salad on your hook, so just take it off. Anytime you got any vegetation on your hook, just take it off, remove it, and keep trying. They feed primarily on insects, so just stick with it. Alright. I don't like this stretch right here so far, so I'm just gonna keep moving. I see a nice little seam up ahead on the right here that I'm gonna try to sneak into and hit. There's a pretty flat rock that spreads the current out a little bit, so I'm gonna work close to far and work all the way across here on this spot. So I'm gonna go about parallel to where this riffle is that I want to hit. I'm gonna cast up. First, I'm gonna blow on my dry fly to get all the water out between the wings. It'll help it flow better. And then I'm going to, like I said, go close to far and see what I can do. I feel good about this hole. And right now I'm working the lower part of it, just because I work close to far and then downstream to upstream. So I'm just taking little baby steps here as I go along, watching my indicator, which is my dry fly, and checking for any strange movements. It doesn't have to go underwater. It doesn't have to be flying through the air. If it looks weird with the current, set the hook. And my heavy stonefly is pulling it down sometimes just the way it lands, and that's fine. I can still see it with my Costas on, my sunglasses, so it's fine. Just because it's going underwater, I can still see the fly and check for odd movement. But there's another rock way back there that I gotta check out. Still working across now, and then soon I'll work up. And when I work up, I'll take a step back and start again closer to me. Okay, so work that. Now I'm gonna step back, take a few steps back here. I'm gonna work, now I'm gonna fish kind of right above this rock, right up here. And because it gets a little slower, but it's a little deeper too, because the rock dams up the water in that spot. So I'm gonna let my fly sink into the riffle behind it, just like an insect losing its footing and going downstream. And just again, slowly work across, hit all the seams. Foam is home for the bubbles on the water, so hit all the seams. And just work all this water. Oh, there we go. Yo! Nice fish. Fish on. Just like that, guys. That's how you do it. Alright, we're not going to rush this fish, but it's a decent looking rainbow trout. And we don't want to lose it. I want you guys to see this beautiful fish. He took the stonefly nymph. It's a brown and orange stonefly nymph. He's really fighting here. Some real good head shakes. I don't want to lose him, but I also don't want to lose the camera here, so sorry you guys can't see this. I'll give you guys a good look as soon as I net this fish, I promise. Alright, he's in the net. Beautiful rainbow trout. First one of the day. Love to see it. But we got a little rainbow. So when dealing with these fish, try to keep them in the water as you can. as much as you can. You want to wet your hands because trout have a protective defensive layer on their skin. It's like a slime layer, and you really want to have your hands wet because if you don't, you'll take off that layer. This should come out pretty easy, and sometimes you don't even have to touch the fish. But this fly, I think I mashed the barb on this one. I usually do on all my hooks. So just nice and gentle. You don't have to do anything hard here. Oops. And we lost the fish out of the net. We still got him, don't worry. Good hook set on the lip. The string here is wrapped around him a little bit just from all the twisting and turning and whatnot. So I'm trying to make sure that this guy's good to go before I release. So I put him in the water here. Just trying to untangle the line around him, so we don't want to cause him any harm, and get him home free. You know what I mean? So. Oh my, what is going on here? This is weird what's happening right now. I don't know what's happening right now. Somehow there's line in his stomach that my hook is caught into. No, that's okay. He's got some line from another fisherman in him here. So I'm just gonna cut it as far as I can. And he must have broke off on someone else. I'm just gonna cut this line and let him go here so he can live another day. But here he goes. Just let him relax. He'll swim off on his own here. Yep, there he goes. Beautiful rainbow. Back into the current. Just regaining his strength from the fight he just put up. Nice and easy. Yep, there he goes. I see him. Way out there now. Alright. Awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was so much fun. This beautiful rainbow on the let's see, stonefly nymph right here. Just a beadhead stonefly nymph, size 14, maybe 16 at the most. And by most I mean least, because the higher the number, the smaller the hook is. So, but that's awesome. It just confirms like how confident I was in this spot right here, and how I selected it and wanted to work the water the whole time. Just really enjoyable catch right there. Hope you guys got to see that, and if not, you can always head back. This stream will be posted for replay, and I'm definitely going to be going back to look at this moment right around 35 minutes. It's a good memory this will give. I think that's the first trout I've caught on a live stream, because I don't usually live stream from the river, because most places I fish do not have any service whatsoever. So this one actually did for once, and I took full advantage of it. It's not great service, but I had to lower the quality of the video a little bit. Well, I saw a flash, but he might have just missed, or I might just be seeing things. So my dry fly is submerging a little, so I'm going to do some false cast to dry it out, get some air between its feather wings, so it floats a lot better. There we go. Nice float. Sorry, my phone is on ring in case I get some calls, so if you do hear that, I'm sorry if that bothers you, but it bothers me too, so. Alright, maybe a few more casts here, hitting the far edge of this section. We've caught our rainbow trout. Now let's try to get a brown trout and a brook trout. Do all three. Maybe even some like creek chugs to get some more species. We're going for as many species as we can here today. But I think I've worked this hole pretty successfully. Gonna grab my flies and move up. And as I'm walking here, I'm gonna fish to my right because it's just like a nice section, you know. There's no real like structure, but it's just like a nice section of water. Oh, and we got another fish. I'm so glad that I decided to fish this because I was gonna walk past. All right, this looks about the same size as the last rainbow that we caught. I really hope it's not the same fish, because if it is, it took the same nymph again. And I don't want to injure this fish any more than it's already swallowed someone else's line and tried to poop it out. But trying to fight this fish. It's a jumper. It's hard to do this without the camera falling and going crazy, so we're gonna get this rainbow trout in. There we go, we're in the net. All right, this is not the same fish that we just caught a few minutes ago, so that's great. Great signs for the stream here. He took the orangish brown stonefly nymph again. I'm sorry, my camera's a little loose. I'm gonna tighten it here. Okay, all right. He's ready to go. My hands are already wet from earlier because I just let go of that other fish. Beautiful rainbow. We're gonna let him go, and he's off. There he goes. Awesome fish. Oh my God, this is turning out to be good. I was a little skeptical at first. We were a little slow the last 30 minutes, but now it's starting to get hot. So hope you guys enjoy. Raise your hand in the chat if you guys are sitting at work right now, just enjoying some guy fly fish while you guys are sitting and eating your lunch at your computer or on your phone. Raise your hand. I want to see everyone in the chat. Like I said, this stretch was just too good to pass up. How could I not fish it? Even though there's not any structure with rocks, but the water's flowing at a perfect speed. It's a great run for insects to get trapped in and flow downriver. And we're matching the nymphs and dry flies that are on this creek right now. So we are doing a very good imitation of what's happening in real life for these fish's diet. So you do that and you're gonna catch fish. No one's at work right now. It's good. Good for you guys. That's awesome. I do not wish that I was at work either, so right now this is our work. This is our sanctuary, our work, whatever you want to call it. This is it. All right, we're going to move up again. I apologize because now I'm past the highway, but now I'm coming up to a construction site. Excellent. Which they're always doing something here. Never fails. So got caught on a little bit of a mossy rock there, so I'm going to check the flies, make sure there's no green on them. Yep, we're good. No takers yet on the Hendrickson dry fly. Everything has been on the nymph, but that's fine. I mean, a stonefly nymph after seeing multiple large mayflies and some smaller stoneflies here, that's gonna work, even if the dry fly doesn't. This is another just good section that I'm gonna hit the whole way from close to far, from downstream to upstream. So we worked the close side, now we're pushing to the far side here, targeting that. Just making sure we've got a drag-free drift. There is some wind right now going downstream, but I'm just trying to prevent it from taking my fly, to do that, what you do is you just use less fly line and more leader. So I barely have any fly line out. There's none on the water. And I'm essentially just tight line dry dropper fishing as much as I can, just with the wind. I don't have to reach the whole way across the river. We're stuck on a little something here, so I don't want to walk up and get that. So I'm going to try to get a different angle on this. Maybe do a roll cast across to pop it out the other side. Because I don't want to spook any fish by going up to this fly and pulling it out. So let's try to roll cast it that way. Nope, that did not work. Unfortunately, if I can't get an angle on this, I'm going to have to walk out there and get my fly back. Yeah, it's stuck pretty good, unfortunately. So, where am I located, Jordy? I am in central Pennsylvania right now. I'm fishing a creek that I haven't fished in over 10 years. Just because I was driving by and the color looked great. And I really just wanted to test my luck here again. I have not been disappointed. Got 2 rainbows in the last 10 minutes. Now I'm just looking to get some wild brown trout and some native brook trout on the list here. But thanks for stopping in. Where are you coming from? All right, we got our fly back. And I'm still going to try to fish this, even though I might have just spooked a bunch of fish. But we got stuck on a branch here with our nymph. So we're good now. We're going to keep fishing this hole. My fly's pretty wet. I'm going to dry it out here for a second. There we go. And guys, even though this creek is super shallow and super small, there's still fish in here, but you're not going to necessarily see them. They are very well camouflaged. I mean, they have to be, right? Or they'll just get eaten alive by birds and any other prey. But these are well camouflaged fish. You're not going to see them. You just got to fish where you think they are. And that's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly how we've had success so far today. So this hole's hit pretty good. I'm going to keep moving. Maybe up here by this honeysuckle, I'll be able to get some underneath. See if we can get a good drift. Because again, this water looks pristine right now. And I would be crazy not to fish it. Oh, okay. Northern PA, nice. I'm actually from New York, but I'm visiting family here right now. So, and I grew up here, so this is Pennsylvania fly fishing is just incredible. I love it. Just one of the best you can get. I really feel good about this hole. So I'm going to work it pretty good. I'd just like to get something other than a rainbow trout. I'm going to get some wild fish. I came here for wild fish, not stockies. But these trout could be using this overhang to protect themselves from predators and from anglers like me who get stuck on branches and stuff. So I'm going to try to just get a good float and see what we can do, but we're not going to spend all day here. We're going to keep moving. What's your, well, no, I won't even ask. That's awesome. I'm sure there's some great creeks up in northern PA. Because, yeah, never mind. Forget I said anything. I'm just here fishing. Just here fishing, bro. Just having a good time. It's really deep here. So this is like the deepest I've seen it today. It's probably like 3 feet. My nymph probably isn't long enough for this hole in particular. But you never know. You might get a trout to bite on a high water column nymph. Never know. Trout get hungry too, you know. I like to think of myself as a trout. I love food, and I get distracted by shiny things. So you just gotta think like a trout. So my setup, Jordy, is I got a dry dropper rig right now, which is my favorite and go-to for like spring and summer fishing. Oh, I just had a hit. On top, I got a large Hendrickson dry fly, and then tied to that about 15 inches lower, I have a brownish orange stonefly nymph, and that's just because I picked up some rocks and found some stoneflies and mayflies that were pretty big. So I'm just fishing a size 16 stonefly nymph with a bead head on it, and using my dry fly as an indicator. It is pulling my dry fly underwater just a little bit, just because how heavy it is, but I can still see it with my glasses, so it's all good. There goes a big old truck up the highway. Hopefully the highway's not too loud for you guys. It's probably only loud when the big trucks go by. Alright, I did have that little hit here, but nothing. I went over it a couple times, so... Oh, Wellsboro? Okay, nice. Yeah, I drove down 81, went through like Scranton area to get here, but it was a pretty easy drive, so I come down here frequently, as much as I can with work. But we're at the top of this run now. I'm gonna hit it one last time here, and then move on. This water still looks pretty good, and then there's some good looking water under the bridge here along the wall that I'm gonna hit, and see if I can find any fish along there. This is the lower part of this creek, and I'm hoping that maybe all the rainbow trout are here, and as I work up, I'll get more into ooh, I think I just had a hit. I'll get more into like brown trout as I work upstream, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I had another hit. Okay, there's a fish here. It's hungry, but I can't tell. I think it's going for the nymph. So I'm gonna, my dry fly keeps sinking, so I'm gonna blow some air in it and get some air in between its feathers, so it can float a lot easier for me. Like, just look at the difference there. It looks way more floatable now. So I can actually use it as an indicator and not just like feeling for bites. But I know there's a fish in here. I went for it twice. It might have been 2 different fish, to be honest, but I saw 2 fish go for my nymph. So I'm gonna work at a few more casts here. It might be done after it felt the hook twice. If it was the same fish, he finally learned his lesson, maybe. So we'll keep trying a few, and then we'll move on. It's just that simple. You don't want to waste all day fishing one spot when you're fly fishing. Fly fishing is a very active method of fishing, in my opinion. You got to be moving around, work the water, hit every bit of it. If the fish isn't biting, move on. All right, just like that, move on. I'm moving on. I know there's a fish in there, but moving on. Phillips Head, what's up, man? Way better than Flathead. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for joining. How's it going? You doing well today? I'm trying to get underneath this bridge, even though it's pretty shallow. I can reach the top of it, but see if we can get any good drifts in here. I won't be able to go under the bridge and fish because I won't be able to lift up on my rod, but right now my rod tip is outside of the bridge, so it should be good. Just closely watching my dry fly, making sure it's not making any weird movement. And if it does, I'm gonna set the hook. Okay, let's see if I can get a little further underneath the bridge without messing up a hook set. Just gotta be careful I don't lift up into the bridge and break my rod tip. Not be fun. It's a $700 fly rod that I don't want to break. I think that was just vegetation I was stuck on there, but I'm going to drift over a few more times just to make sure. Yeah, that's about the extent I could fish under the bridge. So I'm going to move up. I'm going to go on the far side of the bridge here so I don't spook any fish. They could be hanging out right below here. But we're going to go up here and see if we can get more takers on our rig. I love fishing under these bridges, but it's just hard. Yeah. Why aren't you out there, man? It's perfect wading season. Now's the best time. Gotta get out here and wade. Oh, there just went a big fish. Big as in like 10 to 12 inches. Swam right between my legs. Looked like a rainbow trout though, which is fine. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love catching me some rainbow trouts, but oh, there we go. There we go, guys. Nice little rainbow. That might have been the same one that swam past us. I don't know. All right. We got a good hook up here with the nymph again. Oh, and we lost it. That's all right. It's all right. We lost our fish. All 3 rainbows that I've caught so far have been on the stonefly nymph, and that one was too. But we'll just try it again. You know, no big deal. The wind is really messing with me right now in my line, but that was a good first cast for this spot here. I'll take it. Didn't get the fish, but that's all right. Can't catch them all. I'm just glad that I'm picking good runs, because the amount of fish that I'm catching and seeing means I'm in a good place. And my selection of area is good. So that's all we can ask for. This is a nice little curve here. We've got some geese up here. And yeah, it looks like they have gooselings. So I'm not going to mess with them. I'm just going to go past. But yeah, I had that problem last night too. In my fishing spot, 2 geese came up to me with a baby and just like pushed me out of my hole. Like, oh, there was a hit. I was like, what the heck, man? Get out of here, geese. We just had another hit in this spot again, so we'll refrain from leaving too early, but we also won't stay too long. I don't know if I think that was bottom. I'm gonna say that was bottom and not a fish, just because it held for a long time. And fish usually don't do that. When they release it, it's usually pretty quick. I'm getting a glare right here, which is kind of hard to see my fly, but I have a little sighter above my dry fly, about 2 feet above it. So, and I can see that in the glare, which is why I do that. So when I can't see the dry fly indicator, I can see the line at least and look for any weird stops. But usually I have a pretty good job. I do a pretty good job of seeing it. All right, I am gonna move up just a little bit. This is still really good water, but I'm taking a few steps upstream, and now I'm gonna keep going. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I know I am. Love this. This is my place. Not this particular creek, but just anywhere out in the water here. Nice and cool, relaxing, getting burnt by the sun. Just a great day. I mean, hopefully I don't get too burned. I got a long sleeve fishing shirt on that is supposed to be SPF 30 or whatever, so it should be good. But we'll drift here a few times. Might have too much line out a little bit. My nymph is really pulling down my dry fly. I mean, it's got heavy wire wraps underneath it, so it makes sense, but it's just, I might have to gunk up my fly again and see if I can get it to float a little bit. Alright, no hits there. I'm going to move on quicker. When I don't have any hits, I move on quicker. Or if I don't see any signs of fish, I got to move on quick. So I got to do my best now not to disturb these geese with their gooselings right here. Very good. Tore your ACL. Oh no, man. Fishing with crutches. That's what I call dedication, my friend. That is awesome. I love it. See, guys, you gotta be dedicated. That's dedication. That is dedication at its finest. Right there. Love to hear it, man. Hope you get a good recovery. I mean, I know today surgeries are pretty good for that kind of stuff, but still, good luck to a speedy and healthy recovery. I'm going to stop fishing now because these geese are swimming right at me. I'm just going to move up past them. I'm not here to bother you, friends. I'm not here to bother you. I'm just fishing. Just fishing. I am walking through a spot that I'd like to fish, but you know, the geese are where I would be standing, so we'll just move on. And then fish under this tree up here. Looks like a pretty good spot. Yeah, no worries, man. That's good. Good to hear. Glad it's going good so far. But yeah, you'll be out here in no time, I bet. Just slamming fish left and right. Full confidence. Someone as dedicated as you, man, you got this. All right, let's see if I can do this without getting stuck in the tree a couple times. It's not as deep as I hoped up here, but it does look very fishy. It's very fishy. All right, gonna move on pretty quickly here. Covered a lot of water. Oh, that's good. Now this hole here looks pretty nice. Leading up into this tree. And we got some anglers above us here too. Finally caught up with them. Stop and chat with him maybe. See, hopefully we can catch a fish right here. That'd be great. I think I'm going to gunk up my fly a little more with some desiccant and gel. So it's really just not floating anymore. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. That was a hit, so we'll stay here a little bit longer. It was just like 10 feet in front of us. Got a good hit. So we'll keep fishing it. Oh, that's not good. Alright, we're stuck. A little tangled up. That's alright. I just don't want to continue if I'm tangled. Once you're tangled, you want to stop right away. You don't want to try to untangle it in the air with your line. That never works. So I'm going to try to start with the nymph and work backwards to the dry and untangle this mess. Okay, that wasn't that bad there, the first part. This part here doesn't look too bad. Just gotta twist this around like that. This is gonna go through that loop. And we're free. Alright, good. We're done. Gave that fish here a little break, too. Now we're gonna try to catch him again. I'm bumping phone here, hardcore. So we got 13 people still here in the chat, which is awesome. People are probably starting to get their lunches and stuff. So enjoy your lunch, guys. Go have some good food, some leftovers, whatever you're eating. Just go enjoy it. Almost looked like a hit, but I didn't quite feel what I wanted to feel. Still having a little problem with the wind and my drift. But no hits, we're gonna move on. All right, no more hits. Keep on moving. Slow and steady. There's like a really flat, like shale here. Rock. And we're gonna try to hit up near this tree. Let the wind settle down a little bit. There we go. Right away on the nymph. Hit it as soon as it hit the water. Oh, nope, he's not ready yet. This is a little rainbow trout. Just a little guy. Alright, got him in the net. Okay. Wet our hands. Always wet your hands when handling trout. Free, but he's kind of stuck in there. All right, there he goes. Right down there. He's out. All right, that's 4 rainbow trout. Good start. Still got hours left. My phone will probably die before then. But we can probably hit this again. See if there's any more. Where there's one, there's usually 2. But that thing hit as soon as it hit the water. I thought it went for the dry fly actually. Because I saw it come up. But then it hit the nymph, the stonefly. So nice, yeah. Dude, that was fun. It was a little guy, but hey, it was fun. This is a beautiful section right here, so I'm gonna try to slowly work it. Surely I'm not on a fish right there. I might have been. My goodness. I thought it was stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a fish. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Don't worry. He came up, grabbed it, and then spit it out. All within a flash of a second. What a beautiful spot. It's probably loud on stream with this water running next to me, but that's nature. What can you do? These fish are hungry for sunflowers. Anytime I lose my dry fly, I lift up because I can't. If I don't see it, then it moves somewhere. So I gotta lift and set the hook. Even if there's not a fish, I gotta try. So I'm just gonna keep pushing across this ripple, this little dam here. Oh, there we go. He's on the dry fly. He took the Hendrickson. He's gone. That's all right. We'll move on. First rainbow on the Hendrickson. There. I know I didn't get it in, but it's still good. That means that they're willing to eat what I tied, so I love to see it. First one on the dry fly there, that's awesome. Very good. Which it's really more of like a wet fly being swung because it's how much the current and the nymph are dragging it under. So, but it's still a Catskill style dry fly, so it's a dry fly is a dry fly. We're gonna move up. How's it going? It's a beautiful day. What's that? Yeah, I'm at 4 now. It's a good day. Construction site coming up here. Okay. We have a nice construction crew right here. Messing up our fishing. They're just doing their job, you know. It's all good, just doing their job. Putting a new bridge in. Kind of seems unlikely to catch a fish here, but I'm gonna try. Cross sides again. I've had more luck on this side of the creek, so might just have to be a little superstitious about that. Oh, might have been hit. We're moving. I'm trying to get away from this construction. Rise and shine, it's fly fishing time, hey man. Putting those, I'm putting those flies to the test from the live streams last week. Right now I'm sitting at four rainbow trout. Oh, there was a hit. I'm using a dry dropper rig with a large Hendrickson on top and a brown stonefly nymph on the bottom, size 16. Maybe 14, I can't tell, it's close. But I just had a hit here. So we're gonna work this area a little bit. Now that we're kind of out of the construction zone a little more and you guys can probably hear better. But welcome to the stream, man. I'm glad you showed up and joined. Sorry I missed your session the other night. I had to go drive down south for a friend who needed help with their vehicle. So her car broke down and I went and helped her. It turned out to just be a dead battery. But yeah, it's fun, dude. We're just out here looking for wild fish. Everything I've caught so far has been stocked with the rainbow trout, but we're trying to get some wild browns or native brook trout. So we're doing good so far. Took us a while to get into the fish, but we've caught 4 and lost 3, I think. So I'm having a good time. This section here looks pretty nice. It's starting to get a little deeper. Oh, there's a fish. There we go. Oh, we lost it. Lost that. Yeah, when's your next one though? I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for you. We just lost that rainbow trout here, but we're gonna keep trying since we just started fishing this exact spot. Be foolish to leave after one cast with a fish on it. That was a decent sized rainbow trout. Probably 12 inches. All right, nothing, and this water's a little slower than I like, so I'm just gonna keep moving up. I'm gonna work as I go. Okay, easy panfish flies. That's good. Yeah, I'll have to check the notifications and see. It's awesome though. Hope you have fun. I mean, I'm sure you will. You know, guys like us, we love tying just as much as we love coming out here and fishing like this. So, well, this has like a lot of cover right here for fish. A lot of deeper. Oh, there we go. Oh, I seen him come up for the dry fly. He took it and spit it out as soon as we ripped. Okay, all right, that's interesting. That's why you keep looking. From Florida, Mike, what's up, man? So I'm glad I checked. My my stonefly nymph is gone. Oh no, it's not. It's caught with this fish. So I don't know if that fish that just took that did this or if it was trying to get a double meal. But as you can see right here, I'm gonna sit down quick. Probably say hello to a little snake. But both of my flies right now are stuck with each other right here. But it's all good, and thanks for hanging out. It's awesome. Mike from Florida, welcome to the stream, man. The stream from the stream. Okay, what is going on here? This is like all sorts of twisted. Okay, not actually as bad as I thought. While I have this, so just so you guys can see, this is what I'm fishing with right now. It's a dry dropper rig. I'm using the dry fly as an indicator to tell me if a fish is going for my nymph or not. But I'm also able to use it as a hook because it's a dry fly. But sorry, I'm jostling the camera around here as I'm reaching in my bag. I might actually have to take it out. But hope you guys are having a good day. It's beautiful here in central Pennsylvania. Just gonna put some of this gunk on to help my fly float a little bit and get back into fishing here, because we've caught everything so far on the nymph, but that last one went for the dry fly, and I had one earlier that I lost go for the dry fly as well. So it's not out of the picture for sure. But I don't know if you guys can see this because my camera's kind of in the way, but I'm just putting some gel here on my fly, rubbing it in. It's like an oil-based gel, and it helps the fly float without really like messing up its structure. So we're gonna put that on there. The stream from the stream, yeah. No, it does look like a rod though, doesn't it? All right, no snakes while I sat there. That's great. Only ran into one snake so far today. But with this being a good spot, I'm gonna spend some time here. And our fly is still sinking just with how heavy the nymph is. Oh, that was not a hit. That was me hitting the branch above me. I thought I had a fish, but when I lifted, I hit that, and it kind of made my rod tip jingle a little bit. So we're gonna keep going. Got excited. You know, it's exciting out here. I can't believe how much this fly is sinking though. It's crazy. Just want it to float on the top so I can actually use it as an indicator. And this tree above me is just harassing me. I really thought that one fish took my nymph because I lost it, but it was just tangled up a little bit. So I'm glad. Not that I don't have hundreds with me right now in my pack. All right, we're clear from that tree. And we're gonna just sit on this huge rock right here, so you guys can see, and see what we can do. Yeah, I don't actually live stream my fly fishing that much because usually I'm in super remote areas with no service. But I was driving past this old creek that I used to fish at years ago, and I just saw how good the color looked and everything. Just condition-wise, it just looked like a really good time to fish it. I was actually on my way to somewhere else completely, but I was like, you know what? I can't pass this up right now. It's too good. So I stopped here, and boy, am I glad I did. So much fun so far. And last night I actually got to enjoy a hatch, a green drake and a sulfur hatch at the same time. It was complete madness. Just bugs everywhere, in my face, on my arms, crawling all over me. Just everywhere. Trout rising, just fish everywhere, and just a splendid time with friends and family fishing this hatch late at night, all the way. I think we got out of the water at like 10 o'clock at night because it just got too dark and the fish kind of stopped. They died down pretty quick. They must have been fat and happy like me. But yeah. Oh, I just saw a trout go by. It's all right. I wouldn't be able to fish here because of where I'm standing anyway. But now we're stuck on bottom. Okay. Went out Tuesday, but it was a slow day. Only 20 fish. Yeah, slow day. That's good, man. Yeah, it was fun, dude. So much fun. I was going to head back there today and nymph during the day, since I had some time during the day today, but ended up just coming here. it was fun. The other creek that I was fishing has much larger, like brown trout than here. This is a pretty tiny stream. It's a beautiful mountain-fed spring creek, and it's just awesome. But like I said, I had to stop here. Just how good it looked. Now I'm caught. There we go. Just gotta make sure I didn't lose my fly. Make sure there's no vegetation on it. Good. We're good. I want to try to catch the trifecta here of all three trout species that are in this creek, that I know of anyway. Brook trout, brown trout, and rainbow trout. We've got plenty of rainbow. There's just one rose right in front of me. That's awesome. That's the first one I've seen rising. So we're going to try to catch that bad boy. He's about 10 feet away. I don't see him anymore, of course, but I know he's in the area. And he's hungry. So take advantage of that, guys. Observe. Fly fishing is a lot about observation. You really gotta keep everything in your sight. Yeah, I mean, if it's slow, it just means it's gonna pick up later, you know what I mean? Like it'll come. I'm sure you've had slow years before that turned into really good years, so it'll come. I didn't get to see what kind of bug that fish came up and rose for, but we'll see if we can get him to go for a Hendrickson imitation here. Or the nymph. Like, the nymph is good too. Eat that up, man. Eat it up. But no, it's actually really shallow right there. I don't particularly like fishing right where that fish rose at, so I'm going to push across a little bit. Having a phenomenal day here. It's so nice out. It's not too hot. It was kind of hot yesterday, but today's a lot cooler, more overcast. It's probably why it's been so good fishing, because the conditions have been awesome today. The creek levels are perfect, and now I think I'm going to jump across the other side, because I think I'm in the deeper portion that I want to fish right now, maybe? I don't know, to be honest. Kind of looks nice all the way up through. So I'm going to stay on this side. Try not to spook any fish. They're very sensitive to humans. Nothing on that drift. There's kind of a seam over there on the far side that I want to hit, because this side is a lot more shallow than I thought. But that's good. That means I picked the right side to walk up, because I was originally going to walk on that side there. Nothing. Maybe closer to these trees I can get a trout to come out of hiding. Unfortunately, the next section I see does not look very friendly for my type of fishing. So I'm probably going to walk pretty far past it, but I'll keep talking to you guys and answering any questions you might have as I go. nothing. Just got to keep on moving. Keep working the water close to far and downstream to upstream. That's what we do. Working a lot of water here today. If I don't catch a fish here, I'll be very disappointed. Or at least get a hit. Right here under these riffles. It's like my favorite place to fish. Like this type of water. Right here. So, we're going to give it a good shot. But as you can see above here, where it flattens out, that's not where I want to fish. I don't like that flat water. It's just slow and flat, and all the insects aren't going to be there because they're going to get washed away in the fast water. That's why I'm fishing it. I'm just going to hit all these riffles the whole way across this little dam. Just one by one. And there's a little, like, looks like almost a little bathtub in here that I kind of want to hit. It's pretty cool. Never seen that before. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's full of, like, chubs and panfish, but I'm here for trout, man. I'm here for trout. It'd be good to, like, throw some streamers out in that. Maybe. I don't know. I thought I just saw some movement under the surface of the water. Could very much be seeing things, but let's keep trying to drift it over there. I'm going to move across slowly. Trying to get drag-free drifts. Let it sit in the eddy for a little bit. And you know, maybe I'll see a trout cruising along this slow water and can cast out far to it and see if I can get it to bite, but it's just so slow. It's gonna be very hard to get it on a nymph. He might go on a dry fly maybe, but I gotta see him first. All right, nothing there. I'm actually gonna, oh, I just saw one rise. I don't know if you guys saw that little splash up there, but that's a good sign. I like that. I'm gonna hit this little bathtub here, this man-made dam structure, and see if there's any trout swimming along in there. Be a pretty cool hangout spot if I were a trout. I think anyway. All right, nothing there. I'm gonna move on pretty quick through here. So, yeah, any fish it works too. Sorry, man. No Espanol. I don't understand it. I wish I could, though, but thanks for stopping by. If you got a translator for English, then yes, I'll say what's up. But thanks again for stopping. Now Superfly guys is talking a different language. Man, what's going on here, man? That's all right. No comprende. I'm just kind of cruising through this flat water. Like I said, if I see a trout cruising along here, or any fish really, I'll cast out to it and give it a shot, but I don't see any right now. They're probably very spooked in this portion of the creek, so I'm just gonna push through. Should be pretty easy, relatively easy to see a fish, just because there's no fast water here to break the current. But we'll see. We'll probably end up spooking fish if they are in here. And there's zero walkway to walk along the bank here. It's very thick vegetation, as you can see. It's very, very thick. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a nice little creek. I wouldn't say there's big fish in here, but there's definitely edible and decent sized fish in here. Probably average around 10 to 12 inches, which, I mean, maybe that's big for some people. Coming from upstate New York, that's like tiny, but I'm just out here for fun. I don't care how big the fish are. This is a great creek to fish, and it's been awesome so far. A lot of fish on the hook, a couple in the net. It's been a really good day so far for fishing. And I'm just out here having fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun too. The water's actually picking up speed a little bit, and there's some structure now, so I'm going to try to hit the big rocks where the fish might be hiding under. Try to get them to come out of their little hidey hole and take my bait. See if I can do that. But the wind might have other ideas here. Dragging my fly faster than the current of the water. So, but right up here you see some more riffles, and that's what I really want to hit. Greetings from Spain. Awesome, dude. Welcome to the stream. It's gotta be pretty late there, huh? It's lunchtime here in the East Coast, but I don't know what time zone you're in, but it's getting pretty late. Thanks for stopping in. I hope you had a good day at work or wherever you're coming from. And I hope you can enjoy here with us. We're having a fun time just hanging out. It's a good rock here I'm gonna fish. Ooh. My dry fly went underwater there for a second. I thought I had a hit, but I think the current just dragged it under. Yeah, I don't see any fish. Doesn't mean they're not in there, but now I'm gonna fish the far side of that rock. Nothing. That's okay. We're gonna move on. Yeah, appreciate it, man. It's hard to get the translator going, but Google is a great tool. And you know, I'd be kind of surprised if there's not like an automatic chat bot that translates for you. I might have to look into that. I never really did that, but I'm sure I could do it on my computer probably if it does exist, but I don't know about the phone because I'm using a special app to stream on YouTube right now. It's called Prism. It's a really good app for streaming from a mobile device, but I don't know if I'd be able to import that feature if it does exist. Now, this is the kind of water that I'm starting to like, and we're gonna fish. because it looks very, very fishy. So we're gonna fish it. We're gonna fish it good. Very fishy water. We haven't had any takers for a while, but it's all right. Got some good water over here too, so I don't want to miss this water behind me as I walk up the middle of these two seams. Could hit every bit of water that you think there's fish in, so no rock unturned. Yeah, it is, but I'm pretty sure there's so many good tools out there for streaming. Like if you would YouTube like a live stream translator, I bet it would come up. Because there's even like, you can transcribe in other languages. I used to have that for my fly fishing streams, where it would transcribe everything I say in real time. Kind of like closed captioning on like TV shows. And it does it automatically for you, which helps. And I think you can do it in any language, but I just usually typically pick English so that people who don't have like audio or anything can still understand kind of what's going on. It's a little clunky, but it gets the job done. I'm shocked that I haven't seen a sign of a fish in here yet. A little shocked. Oh, I just saw a sign of a fish there. All right. I just saw a tail flash on the last cast. So we're going to spend a little bit of extra time here. See if we can elicit a strike through this current. Again, for anyone new joining the stream, I am in central Pennsylvania, fly fishing a dry dropper rig with a Hendrickson dry fly and a stonefly wet nymph, or just nymph. Right now we're catching rainbow trout, but I'd like to catch some other species here too. So we're going to try our luck. But that fish here is not hungry. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's important to work the water that you feel confident that there are fish in, but then you don't want to spend too much time either, because even like I know that there's a fish in there, it looked at my fly and wasn't interested, so I'm going to move on and try to get a different one. I'm going to try to hit this swirl right here at the bottom of this, and then I'll move on upstream. From here, it looks pretty good all the way up through here, so I'm excited to fish this next section. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time here, just enough to work the water and hit every riffle and every run, every pocket of water that I think is fishable. And this spot here looks very fishable. Oh, I just saw a fish swim into this current below me, out from under that tree, so maybe there's some more in there. Trying to get under this tree without getting tangled. But nope, it's not happening. All right, I'm gonna go on the other side of the creek now. Got like a deep run here, which usually holds trout on the bottom. Just give that a try. I'm gonna let my dry fly sink a little bit to get my nymph down in the feeding zone. And I'm gonna use my green cider to kind of look for hits. But I'm also keeping my line pretty tight, so I'll be able to feel if it's a hard hit. I'll be able to feel it. If it's a soft one, I should be able to see it or see the absence of movement, and that should help me know to set the hook. Nothing so far here, but to be honest, this is not really my favorite type of water to fish. I usually like the faster stuff. This is deep and slow, but well, it's deep and it's okay speed, and I'm sure it looks fishable, which is why I'm here. But we're gonna give it a shot, at least. I don't have as much confidence fishing this type of water, but we're gonna give it a shot. Be foolish not to. Because these type of areas, oh, I think I saw a flash right as I was pulling up. So I'm gonna cast through there again a couple times. Let it get a good natural drift. And that looked like a brown trout to me. I can't be certain, but looked like a little bit of a brown trout. Oh, not good. We are high above us. That is the question. What's the damage so far? Only fins. Only fins. I've caught 4 rainbow trout, and now I've caught this tree above me. But luckily I broke out. Let's see if I got my hooks back, and yes, I did. I'm good. Both hooks are still attached. 4 rainbow trout. We're fishing a Class A trout stream in central Pennsylvania. I've lost 3 so far, maybe 4, and caught 4. And I think I keep seeing a fish here that keeps going for it, but keeps missing or refusing to fly. So we're going to try a few more casts here, see if we can get them to take it, or otherwise we're going to move on. But thanks for joining in. Where are you coming from? Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm just loving life out here right now. In my prime right now. Just absolutely tearing it up. Having a good time. Again, for anyone joining, I'm trying to cover as much water as I possibly can here without spooking any fish. So I usually work closer to me and then further out as I go. And then I also work from downstream. That was a hit. From downstream to upstream. That fish hit 10 feet in front of me on the closer drift. So I'm going to take a few steps back now. And try to get him to take another bite at that fly. But as I was saying, working upstream to downstream so you don't spook fish, because fish look upstream in the water, so their gills filter the air that way. And So if you're walking from behind them, then they won't see you as much. They still will see you, but you might see them first, or your fly might see them first and greet them first, which is exactly what you want for a good presentation. Southwest Missouri. What is up? Yeah, people all over. We got a guy from Spain in here. We got Canada, USA, just loving it. I mean, fishing is universal. I don't care what world you're in. Fishing is universal. We all love it. It's all relaxing. I am in the most relaxed possible state right now in my waders, just standing in this creek. And I haven't seen that fish again, so I'm going to move on. He's not hungry. He changed his mind, you know? We keep on moving. We've covered a lot of water so far today, and we're not going to stop now. We're not going to stop for one fish, because there's more in here. Now, I mean, I say moving on, and I'm literally 5 steps up from where I was, and there could be a whole different ball game of fish in here. So that's the whole point of working the water. And I can let my fly drift back into where that fish was if I wanted, just from a different angle, and it might do well. So right now I'm just under trees though, so it's kind of got to be careful. Oh, there was a fish. Oh, we're off, and now we're in a tree. All right, so we're in this tree pretty good. Yeah, that's the way it should be. All right, so I just had a fish right here on the hook. Lost it and flew up in the tree above here. So I'm gonna try to get this without disturbing the fish underneath, but it's proving to be pretty difficult. So we might just have to, oh, okay. We just threw a whole branch in the water, but that wasn't the one we were attached to, unfortunately. So I'm just going to take a few steps back. This whole section right here looks lovely. So I don't want to spook any fish if I don't have to. But we are stuck on there pretty good. I can see the dry flies on there, which means the nymph is probably attached somewhere else. So unless I can pull this out, I'm probably going to lose these 2 flies. So I was unable to jiggle it out. So now my next step is just to pull it, and maybe the branch will break or my line will break, one of the two. Oh, okay. Nope, my line broke. I see my fly up there. All right, folks. Well, this is a pretty nice spot. I can come back here and take a seat on the bank, maybe. I'll try to find a little log here and tie on some new flies while you guys hang out and chill. Sorry that you got to sit through this, but if you want to come back in 10 minutes, you can. I don't have a be right back thing for this type of live stream like I do when I tie flies, but I will be tying on some new flies here. I am going to absolutely stick to the brown and what was it? The brown and orangish stonefly nymph, because every fish I've caught has been on that. But I'm going to change the dry fly up because I've only had 2 hits on the dry fly so far. So we're going to try some new things out. I'm going to check the comments here. What weight rod am I using? Okay, I'm using a 5 weight. And hey, John, how's it been, man? It's been a long time. I'm fishing for brown trout, brook trout, and rainbow trout on a small creek in Pennsylvania right now. I'm on vacation, brother. So I'm not up by you in New York this time. But yeah, we're with you here. No, John, I'm not in New York at all. Yeah, it does happen. Yeah, I got four rainbow right now, but I really want to get a brown, and I'd be ecstatic to get a brook trout. I did get a few brook trout last week in New York, but I wasn't streaming because I didn't have service. But we're gonna tie some new flies on here. We got to tie a new leader just because my whole system snapped here. Right here's my cider line, and I usually put about 2 feet of leader before my dry fly with that. So I'm gonna do that now. Appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out. So I got a bunch of different tippet here, but I'm gonna do 4X tippet, about 2 feet. Give myself some slack so I can, because I'm gonna have to cut some line off to tie the knot. So I want to go a little more than 2 feet. And I'm gonna do a blood knot here. If you guys want to tie a blood knot, it's my favorite leader knot, and I have tutorials on my channel here on how to do blood knots. It's just gonna be very hard to see with how thin this line is. I use like a thicker like paracord to show you guys. My 5-weight combo is a TFO Temple Fork Outfitters 9.5 foot 5-weight with a BVK 2 reel. It's a really good reel. I love it. I love this combo, and this whole setup is just awesome. I've had it for over 10 years. I left my 8-weight in the car because it's a pretty small stream. I'm not going to need anything for my 8-weight for like fly fishing, steelhead or anything like that, or big bass. Just left that in the vehicle. But we're tying this now. It's not going to be very easy to see what I'm doing, but I am doing a blood knot. If you guys want to look up how to do that anywhere, you'll find tons of videos on it on YouTube. You can find some on my channel as well if you look up how to tie blood knots with me. Yeah, it is a nice combo, Superfly. None of the shops. Yeah, really. Yeah, I got this in Pennsylvania in 2015, so it's been a minute. But we just lost a fish right here, and in the process of losing it, we got stuck in the tree above, and we're gonna try to get this fish. So that is our knot there, and I'm just gonna moisten it with some saliva and then pull that tight. Oh, and it snapped. Must have had a different tangle in there than I wanted. It's all right. Just probably because there's a little knot in there. Oh, so this was very expensive, John. I think it was $700 for the combo. I've never had a single problem with this fly rod though, but I'll be honest, the Bass Pro rod that I got combo, my 8-weight, I haven't had a single problem with it either, and it was a $100 combo. So you can spend the money for some additional features, but honestly, like, I'd be lying if I said I don't use the $100 rod just as much as I use this rod. It's just, if it were the other way around, I would use them both equally anyway. So what, Superfly? Are you serious? That's awesome, man. I don't know how I feel about that, because like I use Walmart for some of my hooks that I like to buy, or Walmart sells. I mean, they're very popular, so pretty much any fishing store sells them, but it's so convenient to like get groceries and fishing stuff at the same place. So that's different. I did not know that. Okay, let's see if we can tie this time without snapping it. Yeah, we got a good knot there. Not joking, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I said, John, I think that is a very, very reasonable price to pay, $250 to $300. I was very new to fly fishing, and I wanted the top of the line stuff, but honestly, there's so many like good fly rods out there that you don't need to buy top name brand stuff. And I think you can get a very good setup for the money you're looking at. So don't get discouraged by the price tag of this rod. Yeah, seriously, OnlyFans, like the States though, like that's a lot of Walmarts. That's crazy. I don't know. All right, well, let's look at our box now. We've been tying these on stream this past week. This whole side was tied last week. There's a lot of green drakes, sulfurs, and Hendricksons in here, but I think I'm gonna go for a sulfur this time. Yeah. I'm gonna go with this one. No problem, fly guy. Enjoy your lunch, man. We're still just chilling. I think I just heard a fish jump. That's good news. It's sad that I lost my 2 flies up there, but we got plenty more where that came from. So I'm not worried at all. I'm gonna tie another dry dropper rig, and I can't really tell what you guys can see and what you can't see because my phone is like already in the way of me tying this, so just bear with me. Just tying an improved clinch knot. I normally tie a blood knot here, but I want to get back in the water a little quicker, so I'm just going to do this real quick, and I don't want to lose a lot of line. I tend to cut off more line when I tie not blood knots, double Palomar. That's what I meant to say. Sorry about that. But with the improved clinch knot, I'm only cutting off like an inch of line here, so it's not bad. Maybe 2 inches. Not bad at all. This is a pretty small dry fly, and I'm probably going to run into problems with my nymph pulling it underwater, but that's okay. We'll be fine. We're going to hit it with some gel to help it float a little bit, and also we will we'll be able to oh no, that just pulled out. Goodness, my knots are not doing well this time. No problem. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream here, and enjoy a really good lunch, hopefully. So maybe I should have tied a double Palomar instead, but maybe it's just because I can't see. Maybe I should do better at not having everything on camera and just worry about getting a good knot here. With this thin tippet, I'm using 7 turns to tie this improved clinch knot. It's a pretty standard number for me for thin tippet. And you just go through the loop at the hook eye, and then you come back through the loop that you created by making that loop. And that's an improved clinch knot. Just gotta moisten it so that the friction rub doesn't snap the line, and just give it a good pull. You'll see the coils just kind of fold in on themselves, which is exactly what you want. And we're going to cut this, trim it close, and then we're going to tie a strand of 6X tippet on the back of the hook of this fly. So I'm just going to set him aside for a second and get my line out again and put some 6X tippet. And I just dropped this in the water, so it's a little wet. It's all good. I had about 15 inches of tippet the last time, and it worked out pretty well, so I'm going to stick with that. Just don't change it if it's not broken, as they say. And we're going to make a little loop in our finger here. And then we're going to get our fly, our dry fly, and wrap this loop right around the bend of the hook and transfer to pinch the loop. And makes 7 or 8 turns now, because this is thinner tippet. I'll probably do 8, and I lost track, but that's about 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, give or take. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's not a mathematical formula for this. Go through the loop. And then grab that tag end. I lost it. Where'd it go? There it is. You want to go through the other loop with that tag end. And then you just secure the tag and give it a little tug. Once it starts folding in on itself, then you can moisten it. Don't hook yourself in the mouth. I know we want to catch fish, but we don't want to be the fish. And oh man. All right, good job. Oh, I appreciate it, OnlyFins. Yeah, you'll have to join us on our live streams at our fly tying desk. I try to keep it very instructional too, and I always answer questions, so feel free. I was once a beginner. I am not a professional angler by any means, so I'm just out here with you learning too. So this is a dry dropper rig. We're going to use this dry fly to act as a bobber, essentially, or an indicator, as they say in fly fishing. And it's an indicator that can catch fish. So that's a win-win. If your nymph goes underwater, or if they go for your nymph, then your bobber will go underwater quickly, and you can set the hook. And if they go for your dry fly, which is your bobber, then you can catch them that way as well. So this is our big boy box here. I had to pull it out of the backpack because that's where my nymphs are. Right here's our nymph that we're going to use. And I hand tie every fly that I've ever fished, which some of them are pretty ugly from when I first started, but I've gotten better. And I really enjoy tying almost as much as I enjoy fishing them, but that feeling you get when you catch a fish on something that you created is just incredible. That's probably the best part of fly fishing, in my opinion. And sure, I'm not by any means am I knocking on anyone who buys flies. No, support your local fly shop. I buy all my materials, well, not all. I buy a lot of materials from local fly shops, and sometimes I see materials of opportunity at random stores and I buy them too. But I'm not saying to not support your local fly shops with buying flies, but just support them by buying the materials and having a good time yourself. There's a long debate on whether tying flies saves you money or not, and it absolutely does save you money, unless you think that time is money, which I do. And then if you agree that time is money, then yeah, it's you're not saving money, because you spend a lot of time tying flies, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, guys. But yeah, I do live stream a lot of my flies, not all of them, but if you set up your notifications right, you should be able to get notified. I usually post on the channel about an hour before each live stream that I'm going live, and they're usually in the evenings, East Coast time. So if you do get that notification, then you can join us and ask your questions. I usually do themes for flies that I tie. This last week was all spring hatches, and we tied, Superfly Guide, like 20 flies on stream in 2 nights, maybe 2 or 3 nights. So we had a good time. So now I'm just getting this gel here. I'm gonna rub it all over this dry fly to help it float. It's like an oil, and it just helps it float really good. But this is also deer body hair, so it naturally floats pretty good on its own. But just the size of this fly has me worried that it's not going to get down to the proper depths. So we're taking advantage of my vacation here in Pennsylvania from New York, live streaming here, and we're taking advantage of this spot, which once in my life is a spot that has cell service, that I can actually live stream at a little lower quality, at least. So we don't usually get to live stream from the water, but today is a special day, and we're glad. I have actually caught long-nosed gar here in the Lake Ontario region within the past 3 years. I'd say I caught one. They were spawning, and a whole group of them swam past me, and I got a chance to throw some flies at them. It was awesome. So much fun. They're so cool looking and terrifying at the same time, but very cool. Very fun. I got a little critter here walking behind me. But we're finally done setting up our setup. Yeah, that's great. Good job. But we're going to try our luck here. That fish that took our fly last time definitely has had a break from human contact since our last attempt here. So maybe we can get a good strike from him again and actually catch him this time, instead of just hook him and lose our entire setup. Or, maybe we'll just lose the entire setup anyway. Who knows? We've got a little leaf attached to our nymph, which is not good. My original fly mentor and instructor at Penn State University, they have fly fishing classes there. And that's kind of what got me into fly fishing years ago. But my instructor would always say that trout are not vegetarians. So if you get any vegetation or any green stuff on your hook, take it off right away. They're not going to eat it. Even if it's just a little bit of like seaweed or grime or moss, take it off. It's not going to catch you fish. It's just going to annoy the fish, if anything. First gar on the fly. Yeah, it really is. But I'm actually going to move on a little bit to hit this upper part of this run. And I feel confident that there's fish in here. But I just don't want to spend too much time on that spot that I got stuck, because I don't want to get stuck again. You know what I mean? Not that I think I will, but there's always a chance. There's a good drift. And nothing there. We'll move on, hit right between these big rocks here. Oh, that might have been a fish. Maybe rock bottom, I don't know. Kind of felt like rock bottom, but all right. Now we'll hit between these rocks up here. Oh, perfect cast. Beautiful, beautiful drift. The water's just so clear, I could see my flies drifting down. It's such a beautiful place here in central Pennsylvania. Love my hometown fishing here. It's always good to come back. Throw a few lines. All right. Nothing there, so I don't want to cross here and reach across. I do want to kind of fish under that tree a little bit, just because trout like protection, but I don't want to cross this section here first without fishing it. So I'm going to fish this, and then I'll kind of work my way back to there. So I don't have to rush. Stream's been going on for 2.5 hours now, which is crazy. I mean, we're just having fun though. Just a lot of people stopping in, saying hi. I really do appreciate everything you guys do. I mean, I would be out here with or without you guys, and with or without live streaming, so this is a good taste. Nope, that's bottom. Thought I had a fish. This is a good taste of, for me at least, because I don't usually live stream while I'm on the streams. So this is awesome. This is fun, and you guys supporting it just makes me want to do it even more, because, like, I don't know. If you guys enjoy this, I know I enjoy this. So I'll have to share my experiences with you guys. I'm very willing to do that. A hookless fly. That is something. Valdir, hey man, thanks for saying hi. Thanks for stopping in. If I do this more, you're in. Okay. I mean, like I said, I'm in regardless. But if you guys want to see some more live streams with me on the water and learn some tactics for trout or whatever I'm fishing, which is primarily trout, I, by all means, am for it. I'm here to help you guys. It's always my guideline to me on YouTube is to help people learn and have a good time. So that's what we're going to do. And like, I love salmon fishing, but this is what I grew up on. I know a lot more about this than I do in upstate New York. Okay, now that I've kind of worked this water a little more, I'm going to push over this way and push near that tree. But trout use overhanging trees for protection from birds who want to eat them. So I'm going to try to use that to trick them into taking my flies instead. If I can get any under this tree. The wind is blowing my fly the whole way across the water, which is not cool. stuck on a rock there. I'm gonna give myself some more slack so I can get deeper under the tree. This sulfur fly is really floating exceptionally well. It's floating better than the big Hendrickson that I had on last time. But if after this cast, if I don't see any movement, then I'm gonna move on. Okay. We're gonna reel in our slack now and move upstream. And guys, my phone is at 25%, which is, I mean, I knew that this time was going to come eventually, but probably in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to have to cut the stream off to save some battery, so just in case of emergency situations. And keep fishing, but I'll keep you guys posted, maybe post some pictures if I get any more fish. This section here is slow and low. I'm going to move through here quickly and hopefully get to the next spot before my battery dies, but I will have to cut the stream here pretty soon. Unfortunately.